Good afternoon, students. Your maths classes are here again. I think that this is the fifth class, and today we have to finish that chapter, squares and square roots, and that chapter will be there for the midterm examination also. So without wasting time, let me enter to the class. First we will discuss the homeworks. I have given many homeworks on the last class, and first all the homeworks I have written on the board. You no need to copy. I will explain the method, and in which method you got stuck, you can check and make the correction. Otherwise, no need to copy everything in a hurry. One by one I will discuss. Listen the class. First question, 3b, find the square root of 0.2916. 0.2916. This one. First that's easiest problem, comparatively the easiest one among the homeworks. 2916 grouping we did from right to left, decimal part from right to left we did the grouping, and 0 is here alone. 0 into 0, 0. Subtraction I did 0. 29 brought down. Then in 29, next divisor is 0. It's double, again 0. Then which number we have to fill here to get 29? 5 into 5, 25. So 5 here, 25 here. Got it? And while you are writing 5, you have to keep one point because we entered the decimal part. So there, after the decimal only, this point only we will enter. So you have to keep the point in the quotient. Okay, 0 point. Okay, now we did subtraction. 4 we got. Next 16 we brought down. Now it became 416. How to get the new divisor? What is now here? 0.5. 4 after that only it came. But don't take 0.5. You have to treat it as simply 5. I told 5 and its double 10. Okay, then we have to find one more number to satisfy this 416. I know that 104 into 4. If you are trying your working column, you will get 104 into 4. You are getting 416. Correct, you will get 416. So 4 I have written here. 4 I have written here. 416 written here. Remainder is 0. That means it's a perfect square. When you get the remainder as 0, that means it's a perfect square. Okay, so even if it is a decimal number, it's a perfect square. Don't mean that if it is a decimal, it's not a perfect square. It's not like that. Decimal numbers also can come as perfect squares. This is an example. All the questions are examples. All the questions are decimal numbers, but all we are getting the remainder as 0. So all are perfect squares. This is a decimal number. 0.2916 is a decimal number, but it is a perfect square. Next question, 0.001225. That also I did the grouping. Whole number part, nothing is there, only 1 0. That you can mark like this, 0, 0 alone. Okay, right side, from here you have to grouping. From left to right, 0, 0 in one group, 1, 2 in one group, 2, 5 in one group. Okay, then in the 0, 0 into 0, 0. Okay, then subtraction 0. We brought down the pair 0. Then 0, its double is 0. Then to get the 0, again one more 0. That means no work is going there. Only the play with zeros. Some students, what they will do, they will start with 1, 2, 2, 5 only, but at that time they have to fill these spaces and then only have to start. You may make the mistake, that's why I am doing in our traditional way. Clear? So 0 into 0, 0. Actually, problem starts from here only. Now we are bringing down 12. Last quotient means it was 0.0, its double is 0. Then to get 12, what into what 12? 3 into 3, 9. So that 3 here, that 3 here, 3 into 3, 9. Subtraction, 3 remains. Then brought down 25. Then to get the new divisor, Actually 0.03 was there, but we will take only the digit 3. It's double, 6. And we need one more digit. We need one more digit. What is that? 5. 65 into 5, you will get correct 325. If there is any doubt, you can ask now. Okay. Procedure same. Simply don't copy, understand the thing. See, these portions are there for the midterm examination. If there is any doubt before that, you have to ask either through the WhatsApp or in the class. And this is an important chapter also. Another chapter is very easy comparatively. Next is cube and cube roots, which is quite easy because there is no division method in that chapter. That's why. Next question. Sixth subdivision. 0.02310. For that also I did the grouping. 0, 2 in one group, the 0 alone. 0, 2 in one group, 3, 1 in one group, 0, 4 in one group. Then in the 0, 0 into 0, 0, subtraction 0. Then this 0, 2 I brought down. What's the new divisor? Here it is 0. It's double again 0. Then we have to find one more digit. How I got 1? To get 2, 0, 0, 2 means only 2. To get 2, what into what 2? There is no such a number. 1 into 1, 1. So I mark here 1, here also 1. Don't forget to put the decimal point. Then 1 into 1, 1. Subtraction again 1. 31 I brought down. In 130, what is the new divisor? It was 1. 0.1 means you have to take only the digit 1. It's double, 2. Then we have to get one more digit to match 131. 25 into 5. 25 into 5. We are getting 125. Subtraction 6. Then again 0, 4 you brought down. Then what's the new divisor? It was 15. It's double, 30. And we need one more digit 2. How I got 2? 302 into 2. 302 into 2. Yes, we are getting 604. So 2 I wrote there. Here 0. After each problem, I am giving some time. If you have doubt, you can ask or go through the steps. Otherwise, we will move to the 7th subdivision. Hope that all joined the session. No need to wait for the recorded session. If you want to interact, this only possible. Next question, 7th subdivision. Listen here, 27.3529. 27.3. Here, whole number part 27 in one group, decimal part 35 and 29 in separate groups. Okay, in 27, 5 into 5, 25, 2 balance. Then 35 I brought down. How you will get the new divisor? It was 5, it's double, 10. And this 2, how I got? 102 into 2. 102 into 2, you will get 204. If you are trying 103 into 3, it will exceed 235. So 2 is matching. 102, that 2 I have written here. So 102 into 2, 204. Subtraction 31. Then the 29 I brought down. How you will get the new divisor? Now the divisor is 52. It's double, 104. 104. Then I have to find one more digit, this 3. How? To match this 3129. So 1043 into 3. 3129. We got the answer. Other questions are easy ones. Next, question number 2. Find the square root of 4.2025. That question purposely I am avoiding because an easiest question and the answer only I can share here. Second and third subdivision I did here. First subdivision very easy. Answer I will tell. Question was find the square root of 4.2025. The answer is 2.05. 2.05. All have to check whether you got that answer. 2.05. That question I am not doing with this background. You can do that question easy. Second subdivision 531.7636. 531.7636. This is the question. Here also I have to do the grouping. Decimal part from left to right. Yes, 76 in one group, 36 in one group. Whole number part from right to left. So 31 in one group, 5 alone in one group. I have a doubt whether you made a mistake in that step. Once more, whole number part from right to left. 31 in one group, 5 in one group. All of you check whether you did like that. Then in 5, 2 into 2, 4. Subtraction 1, 31 you brought down. How you will get the new divisor? 2, it's double, 4. Then we have to find one more digit to get 131. 43 into 3, I am getting 129. That only possible. If I am trying with 44, it will exceed 131. So 43. So 3 here, 3 here. 129. Subtraction we got 2. Then 76 I brought down. Then what's the new divisor? Now 23 is the quotient, it's double, 46. And you have, yes, all have to note down here. 23 it's double 46. And we have to find one more digit to satisfy 276. All of you think. That's why this question I am explaining more. 46 and I have to find one more digit to satisfy 276. Is there any such digit? Is there any such digit? Listen, 46 minimum what you can take 1. With 1 only we will start. If you are taking that itself will become 461. I can start the trial with 1. But 1 itself what you are getting 461. Here only 276. So is there any digit like that? No. So what we will write? Even 1 is not possible. We will write 0. 1 is not possible. 1 means 400 and something you are getting. So 0. Nothing is possible. That 0 here also. Don't forget to keep the decimal that you know. When you enter the decimal part, that time you will keep the decimal only in the quotient. Okay. Here nothing is possible. 0. Then that 0. That means 4, 6, 1 not possible. 0 into 0 only possible means 0, 0, 0. That 0 only I wrote here. Clear? Then subtraction 276. Then 36. Hope that's clear. Even 1 is not possible. So I kept 0. So the same 0 I kept here. Then 460 into 0. 0. Subtraction 276. 36 brought down. Then what's the new divisor? Now what is the 230 is there. 0 we won't mind. Okay. 6 didn't come. So 230 it's double or into 2. 460. That 460 I wrote. And I had to find one more digit. How you got this? 4606 into 6. I am getting 27636. Yes. So I know that here 6, here also 6. Clear? This question just note down. Means here how it came 0 that you have to see. Then Sneha. I can hear the sound. Somebody is switching on the mic. Neha. Neha, your mic is on. It's a little bit disturbance for us. We can hear your conversation. Please switch off your mic. Switch off. Then that mic sign will be red in color. If you touch that, okay. Then question number 2, third subdivision, 0.007225. First I did the last question, all of you listen here. First I did the grouping. Yes. 0 alone. 0 into 0, 0. Subtraction also 0. I brought down this paired 0. Then new divisor also 0. New divisor also 0. And which will match with the 0? Neither 0. Nobody will match except 0. So that 0 I have written here. Again 0 into the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Subtraction again 0. That means till that time no work happened. Okay. Dummy work. Then here onwards start. 72 brought down. What's the new divisor? New divisor means nobody. What it was? This much was there. 0. Its double 0. And we had to find one more digit to satisfy 72. What into what 72? 8 into 8 64. 9 into 9 81. 81 is not possible here, only 72. So which one you will take? 8 into 8. So 8 here, 8 here. 64. Subtraction. 8 remains. 25 brought down. Then what's the new divisor? Now what's the new divisor? 0.08 is there. That means what's the digit? 8. It's double 16. And you have to find one more number to satisfy this 825. What is that number? 5. 165 into 5 you check. 165 into 5. Correct, you will get 825. Remainder is 0. So we have discussed all the homeworks. Not all the homeworks, 3B homeworks. 3C homeworks quite easy. All of you take 3C. That orally I can tell. 3C homeworks. 3C. Please take the textbook, page number 45, exercise 3C, question number 6. If a number ends with 3 zeros, this is the property of the square numbers. How many zeros will its square have? If a square root with 3 zeros, square will have how many zeros? It's double. If they are asking about square, it's double. If they are asking about square root, it's half. Okay. Now the number has 3 zeros. So how many with the square? How many zeros will be there in its square? It's double. What it's double means? 3 is double. 6 is the answer. 6. You have to write with the pencil 6. Question number 6. I am not discussing all the questions. Exercise 3C. Question number 1 to 5 very easy. You can see the textbook answers. Question number 6 I am discussing. Answer is 6. Question number 7. If the square of a number ends with 10 zeros, how many zeros will the number have? See, just to reverse they ask. You have to read the question carefully. If the square of a number ends with 10 zeros, a square has 10 zeros, so square root has. Is it 20? Square number has 10 zeros. So square root means it's half. 5 zeros. The answer is 5. The square has 10 zeros. Square root has 5 zeros. Or I can tell if square root has 5 zeros, square has 10 zeros. Okay. So the answer for the 7th question is 5. Question number 8. Is it possible for the square of a number to end with 5 zeros? Give reason. Is it possible for a square number? What property we have studied? All the square numbers, number of zeros will be even. Either 2 zeros or 4 zeros or 6 zeros or 8 zeros. Only even number zeros will come in square numbers. You know the reason also, you know, because we are doubling, no? Doubling means if square number minimum 0, 1. If you are doubling, you will get 2. If 2 zeros are there, if you are doubling, you will get 4. If 3 zeros are there, if you are doubling, you will get 6. When doubling happens, only even numbers comes. That's why we are telling, is it possible for the square of a number to end with 5 zeros? No. The answer is no. What reason? Because all the square numbers have only even number of zeros. 5 is not even. 5 is odd. 5 zeros means odd number of zeros. Not possible. Only even number of zeros possible. Okay. Next I will discuss only necessary questions. Other questions you can do easily. Question number 11. Question number 11. Now also I can hear some disturbance. Who is? Neha Claire Jason. Please switch off your mic. It's a disturbance for us. Neha Claire Jason. Now it's okay, I think. Question number 11. Give reason to show that none of the numbers 640, 81,000 and 36 lakhs is a perfect square. The given three numbers are not perfect squares because you just count the number of zeros. 640, how many zeros? 1. 81,000, how many zeros? 3. 36 lakh, how many zeros? 5. Number of zeros are odd here. Nothing is even. All the number of zeros odd. So how can they be square numbers? It's not possible. We studied the property. If it is a square number, number of zeros should be even in number. These number of zeros here all are odd number of zeros. 1 0, 3 0, 5 0. Okay. So that's not possible. It cannot be a perfect square. Question number 12. 12, 13, 14 only something to do. Till this we simply read. Question number 12. Evaluate. Actually I didn't discuss that type of question, but I told that with the support of the textbook you tried to do. Hope that you did because we have studied identities. Using that you can do. In 7th standard whether we have studied identities. Otherwise the clue is there given in the textbook. With that background you can do those questions. One question I will do. Question number 12. Which question? Second subdivision I will do. Question number 12. Second subdivision I will do. Okay. What's the question? Evaluate what? 85 square minus 84 square. 85 square minus 84 square. That not the actual method I am expecting. Actual method 85 into 85 you will find. 84 into 84 you will find. That anybody can do. No, even third grade children will do. But using the identity means you will get the mark if you did with the identity only. Shortest way they are asking. There is an identity a square minus b square. Hope that you have studied. A square minus b square equal to, I hope that you have studied. Otherwise now a plus b into a minus b. Here 85 square minus 84 square equal to, okay, textbook may be some other method, but anyway, otherwise if you didn't study also next 8th grade, 9th grade or we will study about the identity. So this method is good. 80, here what is A? 85. What is B? 84. So using in the formula 85 plus 84 into 85 minus 84. What is 85 plus 84? 169. What is 85 minus 84? 1. So what is the answer? 169. You just think if you are doing in our old method 85 into 85, that answer minus 84 into 84, it may take time. Sometimes calculation mistake also happens. This is very easy. What is that? Using the identity. This is the identity, like one formula. What is that formula? This you have to study by heart. A square minus b square equal to a plus b into a minus b. That is the formula. Okay. This is of the form a square minus b square. Here instead of a what? 85. Instead of b what? 84. So applying the formula 85 plus 84 into 85 minus 84. 85 plus 84, 169. The other one, 1. So the answer is 169. Clear? Likewise, you can do first and third also. Question number 12, first and third subdivision also you can do. Next, question number 13, the similar one we did in the class. Question number 13. That also a property of perfect square numbers. Last class I told you should go through the properties. Some important properties I shared in the class. Other properties also you have to go through, which can be easily understand. Okay. Question number 13. Subdivision 1. Question number 13. Subdivision 1. 1 plus 3 plus 5, all of you take question number 13, first subdivision. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus etc. till 23, no? 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 21 plus 23. One formula I introduced in the last class. Sum of the first odd natural numbers is equal to n square. We have written as a property. If n numbers are there, the answer will be n square. Please look at your notebook. If you have written, it will be there. Not all the numbers sum. See, odd numbers sum to get, I told you, no, they are asking till 100 and odd. You can use this formula, no need to count. What is the formula? How many terms are there? You count. That you have to do. How many terms are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12. So the answer is n square. N means here 12. N stands for the number of members. 12. 12 square. The answer is 144. Very easy. If you are going to add, you may take time. This is easy. Okay. Just to count the number of terms. Its square will be the answer. For the quiz program and all, we can do very easily using this formula. One more I can do from that section. Question number 13. Second one also I will do. Third one I have given as homework. Those who didn't try, for the next class you do. Second one. 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus etc. 39 plus 41. Oh, since many are there, they didn't write all the numbers. Okay, then also you have to know how many are there. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Likewise you count 11, 13. Likewise, otherwise till 23, 12 are there. From there you count 25. Like that also. Till 41 you count how many members are there. You will get 21 members. Peacefully you count 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 15, 17. Likewise, if you are counting, you will get 21 are there till 41. So what will be its answer? 21 square. That is what? 441. Got it? This is the easiest way. If you want to find the sum of the first odd natural numbers, not all natural numbers, odd natural numbers. Okay. Then the last third subdivision you will do. Formula is n square. N square. Then question number 14. Write 3 sets of Pythagorean triplets such that each set has numbers less than 30. I told you, what is the speciality of Pythagorean triplet? Okay, 3 numbers which satisfy Pythagoras theorem. Common set always, which set we were using? 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Yes, 5 square is equal to 3 square plus 4 square. You will get. I showed some examples also. It is there in your notebook. Okay. Likewise, can you find some more sets, triplets with 3 members which satisfy this Pythagoras theorem? That way I think that you wrote the answer from the textbook. One set is 6, 8, 10 because 6, 8, 10. Why we call these are Pythagorean triplets? 10 square equal to 6 square plus 8 square. Is it? You check. 10 square what? 100. 6 square what? 36. 8 square what? 64. 36 plus 64, are you getting 100? Yes. Okay. So you cannot take all the numbers. Those who satisfy this one. lengthiest side square should be equal to sum of the squares of the other two sides. Yes, this is okay. So this is one Pythagorean triplet. Likewise, they have given 15, 20, 25, another set. 15, 20, 25, another set. And the next set is 10, 24, 26. 10, 24, 26, another set. Likewise, you can find many sets. You can check. You have to show how it happened. You have to show that this satisfies Pythagoras theorem. Now you have to show like this. Okay. Simply don't write. Then, so homework discussion is over. We are coming to the class. Last class, we have done one question. That question, what was the specialty? You remember the last class work? Just to see the notebook, last class work, which one it was? Find the square root of 24.729. 24 point, I am not doing again this question. For decimal numbers, we have done many, no problem for us. But here what happened? Do you remember? We are not getting the remainder as 0. First time, we are not getting the remainder as 0. That means what? This is not a perfect square. Yes, we concluded this is not. If it is a perfect square, we should get the remainder 0. But we are not getting the remainder 0. So this is not a perfect square. So then when we will stop this procedure, this process, when we will stop, they will tell you have to find the answer correct to 2 places of decimal, correct to 3 places of decimal. Like that they will give. So how many places you want, that much time you will find. Got it? And we have done one question also. When we are grouping, yes, 9 was alone, so we kept 1 0. Do you remember? Always it should be in right side. If you are keeping zeros, no problem, I told. So we kept 1 0, so they became in pair, and we didn't get the remainder as 0, but we stopped. After how many steps we stopped? After getting 3 decimals. 4.972 we stopped. Otherwise it will go on like this. Why we stop? Because they told find the answer correct to 2 places of decimal. If they told to find for 2 places, we will find for 1 more place to correct it, to round it off. Okay. We got the answer. That also I will tell you. 972 we got. Then what I told, how to make it to correct 2 places. That means we don't want the 3rd place. Then for what we found, just to according to the 3rd number only, we can make the correction in the 2nd digit. Okay. What I told, all of you listen, those who don't know how to round it off, the 3rd number, if it is 5 or more than 5, if the 3rd digit is either 5 or more than 5, the previous digit will exceed by 1. Okay. So here 3rd number is 2, which is less than 5. So the previous number won't exceed, simply you can remove this 2. Got it? So suppose that it was like that, 4.976. Suppose that the answer is 4.976. You see what's the 3rd digit? 6, which is greater than 5. So what will happen? You have to remove the 3rd decimal at the same time. The previous one will exceed by 1. So the answer is 4.98. I hope that you have studied in 6th standard this rounding off and all. Otherwise, just to brush up. Okay. So we will do the problems which are not perfect squares. And when we will stop, how many places they told to find, those many times we will find. Now all of you take the classwork, find the square root of 3. Simply 3. Find the square root of 3. Correct to 3 places of decimal. Correct to 3 places of decimal. All of you listen here. After that only you can copy the notebook. Find the square root of 3. Correct to 3 places of decimal. 3 places. What I told, if they ask for 3 places, we have to find for 4 places. One more extra we have to find. For what purpose we are finding? Just to round it off. Okay, just to round it off, we have to do one extra. Last time they asked for 2 places, so we found for 3. Now they are asking for 3 places, so we will find for 4. So it's a lengthy question. Then also we know the procedure, so we are going to start. All of you listen here. I will give you the time to copy. 3. And how to group it? Only one number. So 3 alone. Whole number part, nobody is the 3 alone. Whole number part, 3 alone. Then decimal part, nobody is there. But we need some more because they found for 3 places. So in advance, you insert some zeros. Okay, in advance, we are inserting some zeros. Even number of zeros. Anyway, we have to insert pairwise only, no? So, even number of zeros. Okay, how many I don't know. 6 I inserted. If you want, you use, otherwise you leave. No problem. Point after point, how many zeros you are adding, no problem. Okay. Then we are going to start. So, pairwise, we grouped. Now in 3, whole number part, what into what 3? Such a number is not there. So 1 into 1, 1. 1 into 1, 1. What remains? 2. What will you have to bring down? 0. This 0 you have to bring down pairwise. What's the new divisor? It's double. What is that? 2. It's double 2. Then we have to find one more digit to satisfy this 200. Which is that digit? 20 something to satisfy this one. Here point is the, sorry, here you have to point. Okay. 220. No need to start with 1 and all. Obvious that's not a 1 won't match. 2, 3 because 200 we had to get. So I am starting with the 6 and all. Skipping some steps. 6. 156 but I need 200. So more than 6 you try. 7. Yes. 189. If I am trying with 8, it exceeds 200. Okay. So 7. That trial you can do in your working column. 1.7. 189. Subtract. Then after subtraction you will bring down the next pair of zeros. Okay, all of you do this much. And if there is any doubt, ask. It's not over. But till this you do. Those who finished already, you have to find the next divisor. It's nothing different like the last question. Now what is the last quotient? It is not 1.7, it is 17. It is 17. It's double. 34. That I will write here. Okay. Then I have to find one more digit to satisfy this 1100. What is that digit? Try with, I'm trying with 2. 2. Yes, I am getting 684, but I can have till 1000 something. So I am trying with 3. 3, 4, 3 into 3. 9. 1029. Okay, I think. If I am taking with 4, it will exceed that one. So 1029. 3. Here 3. Here also 3. Then next pair of zeros. Okay. What's the next new divisor? 173 is double or into 2. 346. And you have to find one more digit to satisfy this 7100. 2 you try because this, if you are trying with the 2, it will become 3000 something, no? That is 7000 only. So you cannot take big numbers. Let me try with the 2. 6, 2. Yes, 6924. That only possible. If you are taking 3, it will be more than 9000. Okay, so 2 here, 2 here. Procedure same, but it's lengthy, that's all. Yes, subtract. Then whether I have to continue or whether I have to stop. What is the question? Correct to 3 places. Here how many places we got? 1, 2, 3. But what I told, correct to 3 places means we have to find for 4. One extra we have to make. So you have to do one more step. Okay. I didn't provide any zeros for our, we are providing one more set because I cannot stop now. So I provided one more pair of zeros that I brought down. Either you can insert in advance or that time you can do. Okay. What's the new divisor? It's double. 1732, it's double. What is that? 3464. And one more digit to satisfy this one. 17,600. What is that? That like last question. That's a good question. All of you think, listen here. Now 3464 and I want one more digit to satisfy the 17,000. Which digit will be possible? You try with 1. That's the least possibility. You try with 1. Such a situation happened in the last problem also. 3, 4, 6, 4. 1 into 1. I am trying. Minimum I have to take 1, no? So 1. What we are getting? Sorry. 34,641. But here 17,600. So is there any digit like that which will be suitable for this? That means no digits are possible. Even 1 can't satisfy that one. So nobody is possible means we will keep 0 here. We will keep 0. Same time we will keep 0 here also. After that I am not writing. Okay, because we got 4 decimal places. So the other steps are irrelevant. So the answer is square root of 3 equal to, last you have to write the answer like this. Conclusion, root of 3 equal to 1.7320, but they told to correct to 3 places means what's the 4th place? It is 0. So simply you run. 1.732 is the answer. You are getting 1.7320. Then you have to write the answer for 3 places only. So 1.732. If 0 is there at the 4th place, simply you remove. 2 won't exceed. Nothing will happen for the previous number. When it happens, when this 4th digit stands for more than 5. Here it's only 0. So simply you remove. 1.732 is the answer. So root 3 equal to 1.732. In higher classes and all, you have to study this value by heart. Okay, root 3, root 2 value and all. Now we proved how you got root 3 value, 1.732. So as homework I will give root 5, root 7, same procedure. 7 we will write here and 4 sets of zeros you provide and do as such. If it is 5 also, 5 point, many zeros you provide and do. How many places they ask? Do that. That I will give as homework. There is any doubt you can ask now. So, time is almost up. I will give the homeworks. 3A. 3A we have done almost all the questions I think. 3B. 3B, question number 3. Question number 3. Subdivision 2, 4, 5. Subdivisions 2, 4, 5. Then question number 9. Question number 10. Is it clear? Once more the homeworks. 3B, question number 3, subdivisions 2, 4, 5. Question number 8, sorry, not 8, question number 9, question number 10. And next maths class on Saturday, time 9:30. Thank you.